I'm just trying to get it going before Facebook gripes at me. If I don't start within 10 minutes of the scheduled time on the stream,
Right.
they delete it.
No way. 10 minutes.
Yeah. So
That's not much leeway.
No, but I mean, it's a weird policy.
Yeah. I've stayed away from Facebook. Don't like the place.
I don't go there near as often as I used to. I used to go there and I frequently get in political arguments with friends and former classmates and
Yeah.
and family. And now I spend so much time, trying to promote ComicsGate books that I don't really have the time.
That's probably for the best, though, isn't it? It's more productive. Yeah, but I try to stay away from that. For some reason, I keep thinking it's Steve Jobs who runs it, but it's not. Is it? It's the other guy, the alien. What's his name?
Oh, wait. Are you talking about who runs
Facebook?
Facebook? Oh, Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg. Yeah.
Yeah. What some suspect to be a lizard person.
There's something up with that guy, isn't it? I mean, do you remember he ended up in court about something a while back, and he had this crazy haircut that looked like Data from Star Trek, didn't he?
Wasn't it pretty much a short shave haircut kind of thing?
Yeah, but he had this weird kind of fringe on the top that was like like half an inch of a fringe. It was just weird. Considering he has probably half the amount of money in the world at this point, he could probably afford a decent barber.
You'd think.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet even his wife could have given him a better haircut.
She probably did it.
Oh, well, that's possible.
Yeah.
That's possible. I actually... Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say something stupid, don't worry.
That's okay. Stupid's okay here.
But he's got his... there was another photograph the other day with him. He's out surfing and he's got... it looks like he's got sunscreen on, but it's just only on his face, like he's done a mime face. Did you see that?
Oh my gosh, really? No, I've actually sort of ignored stuff about Zuckerberg as of late because I'm tired of all the censorship from these big tech companies.
Oh yeah.
They are constantly preaching that they believe in fairness and equality, and then you find out they're censoring people's views, and they're doing the weirdest stuff. Like I don't know if you heard that Twitter seems to be pro pedophilia.
But actively.
Yeah.
That's that they didn't put that in the print when I signed up for Twitter. I would have thought twice about it.
Yeah, they don't. No matter how many times people report that kind of content, they're trying to make it a protective thing. They call there's these things called MAPs, minor attracted persons.
Oh God.
People who are attracted to them to try and normalize it, which is pretty sick.
Yeah, that's not good, is it?
No.
I can think of better ways to advertise my platform, than that. There's got to be a better way, isn't it?
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's awful. It's terrible, man. There's a lot. Luckily, I've not come across anything like that on Twitter.
Yeah.
But, I suppose with anything, if you know what to look for and you go to places, you could probably find it somewhere. But if they're not deleting it, that's awful.
Yeah. I mean, it's all over Twitter. people keep reporting this stuff.
Yeah.
And the even the CEO of Twitter doesn't seem to, take pause.
No.
Hi.
Well, they don't. They will eat.
Welcome, Wally. Blimey, that's news to me. Hey, Fade. Good to have you. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
And it's like, yeah, Twitter, as you know, has become really big into censoring. They're trying to silence voices. So is YouTube to some extent, with their rampant algorithms that false flag seemingly nearly everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been going on for a while, I think, but it's steadily getting worse. And I think with the election time coming up, maybe for you guys at the moment, well, I think it's gonna get a lot worse before it gets better, I think.
Yeah, seriously.
But I think things are going to get better. I mean, I think they're only ramping up in all this stuff because they're pushing back against the kind of change that is naturally sort of happening.
Mm-hmm.
Most people are just sick of all of this stuff, and if they just stopped doing it, it would make everybody pretty much better.
Yeah, for sure. It's crazy stuff.
Yeah. God, we went right into it in the first 5 minutes of this, didn't we? Yeah, it's pretty dark stuff out there, man.
Yeah, it is. And
yeah,
if you check out, are you into conspiracy theories and stuff like that?
Oh God, yeah. I don't believe them all and stuff, but I am into that kind of stuff. It's fun.
Do you read up on stuff like Illuminati and stuff like that?
Yeah. I love all that. I like I used to be well into the symbols and stuff, and I do put it in a lot of my work as well. Like you you do see that.
Yeah, there's all these bizarre. There's all this bizarre symbolism.
Yeah,
and it's like, the more you read and the more you watch YouTube videos breaking it down, the more you go down that rabbit hole, and some of it leads to some really freaky stuff.
Oh yeah.
Really even some sickening stuff that will make you vomit.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much 90% of the internet anyway.
Yeah.
But I like the fun kind of stuff, and it's a good way to like add stuff to stories as well. It's like a lot of it is very intriguing, isn't it? To say the least. So, there's stories in there. You can swap things back and forth, but yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. But you see all the symbolism, and you see how one thing connects to another, and it's like, holy crap! Do I even want to go down this path?
The thing is, there's no end to it. Once you start, there's no. You're looking for it's like we said, the Holy Grail kind of thing, isn't it? It's the search is more enjoyable than finding the end. There is no end to it. There's no answer because there's no real question.
Right, exactly.
Just the journey along the way with all these crazy stuff happening.
Yeah, for sure. Sure. By the way, welcome to WyzGyz Entertainment. This is your host.
Put your tinfoil hats on.
Yeah. Are you ready to explore Phantom? Now Now that you got your tinfoil hat on, we got to add that as a campaign tier.
That would be a great. Yeah, that would be a great tier. I think Commie Mark would like that because like you could literally sell a piece of tinfoil.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You just tear off a few pieces of foil, stick it in a Ziploc bag, and then mail it with the rest of the.
Yeah, you don't even have to make the hat. You just like, here we go, just put it on your own head, make it yourself.
Exactly. Well, it's a little kit. You just attach tab A to slot A and tab B to slot B, and you're done.
Yeah.
Oh man. Wooly says, chill and read more comics.
Yeah, that's it. That's the key to everything going on right now. Is just cheers, Willie. Willie's got a great book as well. He's got, like, we'll talk about that in a while. But I forgot what I was going to say. That
talking about chilling and reading comics.
Yeah, chilling and reading. That's the best way to, like, with everything as they are at the moment. Is just just switch off for a bit. Like today, it was nice. I had a bit of quiet. Just turned pretty much everything off. Listen to a bit of music for a bit though. Put some Blind Melon on for a little while.
Oh, you listen to Blind Melon?
Yeah. I've had Mouthful of Cavities on a loop for a bit. It's really good.
I think they started like in the 80s, didn't they?
I think so, yeah.
That's when I first heard of them. And they were on MTV for a while, MTV and VH1.
Yeah.
And they had their, I can't remember the song they were so well known for at the time.
Oh, No Rain. That was the one, wasn't it?
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right. And maybe not at that time, but I think that's the big hit, wasn't it?
Mm.
But yeah, doing that. And, like, just aside from that, it was like just nice and quiet. It's been a funny day here in the UK. It was really, really warm this morning, this afternoon, and yeah, but it wasn't sunny. It was really sort of atmospheric thick, There was no air, but then we've had a bit of rain, and I think the sun is coming out now.
Nice.
So it was a nice day to sort of chill because it was just quiet all around.
Yeah.
And, I enjoyed the writing as well. It's pretty cool.
Good.
Got a story almost blocked out.
Now, are you talking about like a comic book story?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I've had an idea for it for a while, but I think something. Well, it's always the same, isn't it? When you actually sit down to do the work, then you start actually getting results. So I started putting it together today, and do you know what? I shouldn't have said anything because I can't really say anything at the moment. But, I want to do like a Lobo kind of story. It's not going to be Lobo. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
A big fan of Lobo.
Oh, okay.
So something in that vein, a maniac that will just beat people up when he's trying to do something and, and rip their arms off and stuff.
Yeah.
Lots of violent, just really violent.
Oh, okay. A very violent book, maybe rated R or.
Oh yeah. I see bits of bodies flying everywhere,
Well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
Absolutely. That's cool that you had a nice, calm, relaxing day, and it was also productive. And you got a chance
it was.
You got a chance to work on a project that you've been, I guess, maybe putting off or just hesitant to put it down to paper, if you will.
Yeah, I think the way I work with stories is I'll have an idea. There's a lot of people, I suppose, just knocking around for a while, and if they sort of stick, over time they sort of develop in your mind certain scenarios, and then after a while, you realize there are a couple of missing elements to making an actual story, but then they click into place. Then like today, I had an idea that seemed to work that I could tie it all together from different angles. So. Yeah, yeah, I'm quite pleased with that now. I can have a nice chill out tonight now, knowing that I've been productive, like you said.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. But for all the family, Manson fan.
That's true. He probably would like it. Is he still alive?
To be honest, I don't know. He's probably dead. I want to say he was in prison for life, but
Oh yeah, he was nuts.
Was it Charles Manson?
Yeah.
Or,
yeah, Charles Manson.
oh, it says Charles Manson.
Oh, he's dead. What, 2000? Was that 17?
1967. Born in 1934 and died in 2017.
2017? Wow, 3 years ago. I thought I would have heard a bigger fuss about that. Maybe a little celebration somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, did you see Tarantino's new film, Once Upon a Time? Not Once Upon a Time. What is it? Once Upon a Time in America? Or Hollywood?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
No, I have not. I've heard mixed reviews on it.
I won't say anything about it then, but like I thought it was really good.
Did you?
Oh yeah, I watched it. The first time I watched it on at home, but the very next day, you know, I put it back on again just to watch it.
I'm tempted to watch it, but I've heard that they didn't do a very favorable interpretation of Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee,
and I'm into Bruce Lee.
All right, yeah, it's
and Bruce Lee's family or daughter, I guess, Shannon Lee.
Yeah, is it? Oh, that was his wife, wasn't it? Shannon, was it?
Shannon is the daughter.
Right.
Linda is the wife.
Right. Yeah. God, yeah.
I think Shannon is the one who spoke up because she's like carrying on the legacy, if you will.
Yeah.
The estate of Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
And she's pretty active on like Instagram. And, they have a merch store, so you could buy T-shirts and other merchandise about Bruce Lee.
Nice.
I think she was the one who spoke up against Tarantino's movie.
All right. It's. I'm tempted to say something, but like if you've seen it when the next time we talk, if you have me on again, we'll talk more about it because there is more to the story there. I think that we can maybe talk about, but it's a very small part of the film. To be honest with you, it you're lucky if the whole thing takes up 10 minutes of like a 3-hour film.
Yeah,
so
it's just a mini side story, I guess.
Yeah. The thing is, I like Bruce Lee a lot as well. I'm like I said, I'm 45, so I remember Enter the Dragon coming out, and then you get obsessed with the Bruce Lee films, and then you get them on video, like the what was the one? Not Fist of Fury. The other dragon one. Oh, I think there's different names in America, actually, isn't it?
Enter the Dragon.
No, Enter the Dragon. The other one. The one where he fights Chuck Norris at the end.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, my man's gone blank as well.
I love his movies, but sometimes I blank out on the actual titles.
Yeah.
Crap.
I know, it's weird, isn't it? I can't think. I watched it so many times as a kid as well.
Oh my gosh. I can't be serious.
It's like, do you remember the Witches of Eastwick where they couldn't remember his name? Daryl Bonhorn. It's like that, isn't it?
Right. Let's see. Way
the Dragon. That's it. Oh, thank God for that.
Fist of Fury, Enter the Dragon. Yeah.
Yeah, Way the Dragon is probably my favorite one, though.
When they're on the island and stuff, what's his name? That co-star
Oh yeah,
Was in it. He recently passed away.
yeah, he did. Yeah, he was. Yeah, I liked him. What was his name? No, I forgot. But yeah, he's in A Nightmare on Elm Street as well, wasn't he? He was Nancy's dad.
That was his dad?
No, no. In Nightmare on Elm Street, the policeman.
Oh, okay. You know, I never thought of that. I think you are right.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he's good. He's good. Funny enough, I did look him up the last year or something just to see if he was still alive and if he was doing anything else.
Uh
Maybe I should stop doing that.
huh.
I mentioned Alan Parker like Wednesday on Woolies when he did his stream about detectives. I mentioned Angel Heart,
Uh huh.
and Alan Parker passed away today as well, didn't he?
So, does this mean that people, you might possibly have the touch of death?
I might have.
You're
I'm
like,
sorry. I'm sorry to be on your show.
you're like a death bringer, kind of like EBS when he shakes people's hands.
It could be. It could be. And I never thought about it until today.
Oh no, we can make a drama about this. Make a book how you.
Oh yeah. We'll keep a note of how many celebrities are brought up, and maybe at the end of the year we can go down the list and see who's still alive.
Exactly. That sounds like a good idea. Fade really loved Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh yes, it's just like I said, it's one of those things that Woody's on the case. Woody knows everything, honestly.
I know, yeah. Wooly knows.
Like an encyclopedia.
On top of things.
Yeah,
Way of the Dragon, John Saxon.
John Saxon.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that was the guy.
He's cool. He was a good actor.
Yeah, that but like look about him that you don't see many actors with that kind of face anymore. Do you know that old school kind of manly kind of man kind of dude?
He had a presence about.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's got like a good set of eyebrows and a like if he was angry at you, I'll just give you a bit of a look. You'd be like, oh shit. Don't mess around with that guy.
Absolutely, that was really cool. Oh my gosh! So you got the book Phantom.
Yes.
You've got
Sorry, yeah.
Volume 1. Oh no, you're good. You're good. It's fun to go off on neat little tangents and.
Yeah. It's just nice chill stream, isn't it? We have a chit chat.
Yep. It's like taking a walk through a park or a forest or something.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, check out that monkey. Look at that bird.
Monkey? What kind of area are you living in? We get hedgehogs and bloody magpies.
Here, have a hedgehog.
I get lots of hedgehogs here as well. A nightmare. They eat my cat's food outside, and they.
Do they really?
Yeah, at night they sort of turn up, and not every night, but like if there's cat food there and like he hasn't finished it, I'd be sat here and I can hear this noise sort of going. They're such noisy eaters, like pigs, hedgehogs. No, you'd be surprised how noisy they are. Do you have hedgehogs?
No. Well, I mean, we have them in the States, but I don't have one personally.
But the monkeys probably eat them.
I don't think so. I don't think they're part of their diet.
It's got to hurt coming out, isn't it?
Oh, seriously. Oh man. So, do you have an outdoor cat? Is that why you put food outside?
He likes being outside. He just loves it. It was weird because when I first had him, he didn't like to go out. He was afraid. Every time I opened the door, he'd like to sort of scoot back. But then one day he decided, fuck it, I'm gonna run out. So he jumped out the front, ran back in, realized he was all right, meowed to go back out, and after that, he was like, "That's it. Like, I'll never outdoors now."
Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
comes in every. Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, go on.
No. I was just gonna say, I had cats and they love being outdoors.
Oh, yeah.
But so they were indoor and outdoor cats.
Yes.
The sucky part is when they bring home fleas.
Oh, I've been doing that today. I've had to get the brush out there. The little fine-tuned brush thing.
Yeah.
But he luckily likes it. So I just got this little comb,
Uh-huh.
a little jar of water, and some paper towels. So I just drown him then.
Oh, yeah.
I watch him drown and laugh. Die.
I was always really paranoid about fleas.
Yeah.
That as soon as I could catch a flea, I would put it in Scotch tape and then fold the piece of Scotch tape over itself so it was trapped.
Yeah.
And then I would squash it and make sure it was dead. And
They're super tough.
you'd see a splash of blood.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah. It tastes horrible.
Oh man. Oh,
Yeah.
yuck.
It's if you get them like when you brush a cat, sometimes it jumps onto your hand. And you're like, oh right, I got it between my finger and thumb. And it's like squeeze tight as I can. But
Yeah.
it doesn't kill them. It's like they're solid to kill.
Yeah.
And you know that if you just try to peek, they're going to jump. Just go, boop, and they're gone.
Oh yeah. You got to be so careful because they escape really easily.
No, yeah. That's why I keep the water handy. Just dunk them in.
Yeah.
Like a little flea witch trial going on.
I'm surprised.
I light candles and everything.
Burn them at the stakes.
Yeah. Start chanting.
I'm surprised you even have the time to take it from the brush to the water.
Oh, it's not like the other side of the house. It's literally right next to me.
Well, yeah, but still, before you even dunk the brush into the water, I would think that it would jump off and escape.
I think they're so shocked by the fact that there's, let's be honest, I'm drowning their families a lot. They're so shocked by the whole thing. I think it's trauma, so they stick to the comb before they go in the water.
Oh, okay.
But that's the only thing I could think of. But it could be the keep some of the hairs on the comb, so they stick to that.
Yeah. We are indeed talking about flea torture. Yep.
It's good. You got to try it, Willie. It's good fun.
The things that freak me out are ticks. I don't think I've ever had one on a cat. But
I had one, little one. I bought these little tick things. Have a little like a V shape that you sort of hook the tick and then you can twist it off.
Oh, really? Does it work?
Well, the problem is, like, after buying it, the cat came back and he was gone. Like on the day they arrived from Amazon. So I'll let you know.
So the way to remove ticks is not so much using a tick puller; it's ordering a tick puller from Amazon.
That's it. It cues it.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It's not as much fun as drowning fleas, though.
Yeah. But ticks are disgusting. You're supposedly, like, if it gets on a human, you're supposed to use like a lighter or something to heat up its butt, and then it's supposed to make it retract its head.
That would do it. It worked with me as well.
Yeah, because if you try to remove it straight out without using heat, then you risk the head of it getting stuck in your skin, which is freaking sickening.
I like to think of it of a way of absorbing the head and gaining knowledge.
Oh, shit. Oh my gosh. Oh, damn. Oh, that I never would have thought of. Oh, wow. You know the thing about cats, though. You know, if you do outdoor cats,
yeah,
the trick is not ever declawing them because they need it to climb and everything, and also defend
I'd
themselves.
never declaw a cat. I love my cat's claws.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, because
Yeah,
you don't want to
it's
leave them
cool.
defenseless, and you want them to be able to go up on the high fences and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But even with that, my cats would occasionally get in fights with other neighborhood cats, which sucked.
Oh yeah, yeah, that happened. Yeah, I think my cat killed another cat last year.
Ooh,
There was a cat around here, and like I would see this cat every day. Like if I went, like, and he was a strange cat. He did have an owner, but he was always out and around. But he was really cheeky, and he would eat my cat's food. And they were friends for ages. But he started getting pushier and pushier. And one day, my cat came back, and clearly he's been in a fight because he's acting weird. First thing I do is check his clothes because if they've been in a fight, they usually the clothes are worn down, aren't they? And
or there might be
yeah,
or tufts
yeah,
of other cat hair.
yes, yes, but I know this other cat was black, same as my cat. So, but
Uh,
anyway, it was like a week, 2 weeks later. He was fine later in the day, but he came in and sort of lay down for a while. I made a fuss of him, and he was all right after a few hours. But 2 weeks later, I noticed a lump on his chest, and it's pretty grim because, like, you could tell it was a big cyst there, not
oh,
cyst.
oh dear.
What do you call it? And
Not,
yeah, I was getting infected, and
ouch.
I wouldn't tell you the story about when it burst because it was just the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. And so anyway, yeah, I had to take it to the vet and shaved it on the just chest. I mean, not his legs or anything.
Right.
And, yeah, you could see the bite marks there where she said, like he'd been in a fight. But since that day, it occurred to me that I had not seen that cat around, and I've not seen him to this day. It's been 7 months now, and I'd seen the cat around every day.
Wow.
And not only just here, but like out and around as well. If I went out, I'd see him somewhere. But yeah, he's gone. I think they had a fight,
Huh.
and he killed him.
Wow.
Yeah, I said, do you want any more? I got more cute cat stories if you like.
Light says you take tweezers, grab them at the snout, and twist it out.
Nice. Is that for cats?
No, well, it's for ticks, but I mean, I know dogs are more prone to getting ticks for some reason. But for animals and humans, I guess this is the way to do it. But how do you use the snout? I thought the snout would be nested deep inside the part that's biting you.
But when you grab him by the snout, do you mean like if you had your two, index finger and the one next to it, and if you put them in your nostrils and held it like that? Is that what he means?
What?
How do you find the snout of a tick? I suppose.
Oh, yeah, that's one I'm not sure of either. Perhaps Light can. Oh, okay. All right. So it's at the skin. So where the body of the tick meets the skin, I suppose.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Of course, because the head is going to be buried inside, isn't it? That's how you gain the knowledge, of course. Yeah.
Hey. Shudder. Just a thought of those things.
Yeah, they're horrible.
Man.
Nature's cruel, isn't it? It's horrible.
It's amazing how many creatures and amphibians and insects and things there are. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, they say that insects outnumber all other classes of animal.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Humans.
Yeah, I don't like to think about that. Imagine if they all got together.
Yeah, and decided to rule the world.
They could do. I'd buy the biggest pair of boots I could find and just stomp as many.
Oh man, put on a pair of those boots that the Mary Boys use.
Oh yes, and Dr. Martens.
Yeah. My good gracious.
Yeah.
Light knows where it's at. My cat came home with ticks all the time.
Oh man, nasty.
Jeez, I'd hate to have to deal with those.
Yeah, when you like, luckily my cat just had these like little ones, but like I've seen, you know, when they have the big fat belly full of blood.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, it's disgusting.
Very much so. Hey, yesterday you were on. You got a chance to go on Malin's show, right?
I did, yeah. I was terrified.
I got that impression. You seem kind of nervous.
I think everybody was. Man, Malin runs a tight ship. I'll tell you that now. It's weird. It was like it's quite impersonal in a way. It's like you're on, there's your minutes, and you're out. And I'm more used to like talking on streams like this. That we're having a talk. But it was like I didn't get to speak to John. It was just having a lot of time to say something. But I didn't know what to expect, and there was a lot of people on the stream as well. So, but I learned a lot from that. I think, and the experience. I just wanted the experience of going on that. Just it makes you go, oh, I need to be better at this.
Yeah, it was quite fascinating. I thought it was going to go longer. To be honest, I thought that it was going to be a longer stream and that people would have like more time to talk about it. But
yeah,
I guess if I'm not mistaken, it was like 5 minutes per person.
Yes, 5, 6. I can't remember it. The whole thing was like it was a real blur, to be honest with you. I was, just so glad to be on there, and like getting the chance to be on Malin's channel is it's a privilege, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is.
So I was glad, but at the same time, I think I was just left a little bit shell shocked at the end. So I retreated back into my own little corner here, and I watched the film last night then, and I went to bed. I had some weird nightmares last night as well, actually.
Did you?
Yeah, they're terrifying.
Are these nightmares you can translate into images for Phantom Volume 2?
I could do, I suppose. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. You know what dreams, I'm not, yeah, it's hard to sum up in any kind of anything coherent.
but you still explicitly remember the dreams, right?
Yeah, one aspect was definite. Yeah, maybe I should write it down before I forget.
Yeah. You never know when it might come in handy.
Yeah. That was almost insect related as well. Do you want me to tell you? Maybe if I might say it on, I won't have to write it down.
If you like.
You know what? Nobody likes to hear other people's dreams. I'll make her into a picture.
That's not necessarily true. People like to hear dreams.
Well, sometimes when you got an image in your mind because of the dream, then actually trying to say it out loud, I got a feeling that if I say it out loud, it'll sound stupid. So I think I'll just keep it for a minute.
Okay, all right, yeah, but I would recommend at least writing it down, document.
I will do
somewhere.
I will do,
because it might be something that you were destined to take down, and maybe it'll become something down the road.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It makes for a disturbing comic, put it that way.
So, do you think you left that stream? You mentioned shell shock. Do you think you have PTSD now?
Yeah, something happened last night. It's just I think it was just probably a bit of anxiety for going on there, and then when you go to bed, then I did eat some cheese before bed, so maybe that didn't help.
Cheese, that's a culprit.
Yeah, I tell you, a cheese doesn't usually work for me though. Like if I eat lots of garlic, that works. Again, if I had like a big chunk of garlic, I don't mean like just raw, but if I'm making something to eat and I decide put a load of garlic in that, man, I get crazy nightmares that night, or I live vivid dreams at least. Anyway.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe you ought to add more garlic to your diet.
What are you trying to do to me?
So you have all kinds of vivid dreams, and you can translate into art, and you can have a whole collection of art pieces, revolving around these fascinating dreams and stuff.
Could be. Yeah, this is definitely.
As long as it's not like a whole art book full of garlic and garlic cloves and.
I can imagine that. Yeah. Still lives. Garlic number 1. Garlic number 2.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. So, do you think you were successful in conveying the story, the book, on the stream?
I got a sale, so I did it right for somebody out there. I'll take that as a win.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So it did result in at least one sale.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, I got up this morning and I saw there'd been a sale. So
nice.
Like, wow. Yeah, that's always good.
Yeah. I mean, I see your book getting a lot of good buzz, good word of mouth for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just really happy with it. Like 7 days left now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm already like just really happy, and I can't wait to get these started printing. Basically, that's like I can't wait, and also moving on into the next projects and start putting out stuff a little bit more often. And of course there'll be more Phantom stuff. So this is just early stages. So I think once I need to get these books done, printed, and shipped, and everybody who gets them be happy. And I think at that point, then you've done something, and people can you've made that little step towards your end goal, which is putting out more stuff. So it's important for people to receive the book, obviously, but in a timely fashion, and we'll be happy with the purchase as well. So
yeah, sometimes what's holding people back from backing a campaign in the first place is they don't know the person, and it's their first campaign. They haven't seen them deliver yet and fulfill.
That's it, yeah.
And then after the first fulfillment, then they start to become more comfortable and more willing to take the risk and do the backing.
Yeah,
support.
Hopefully, yeah. I think that's the plan for me. Is that even though it's 61 backers, that's a lot for me. That's a lot. First time, and the amount raised allows everything to be done nice. So I can do that now. And once people start getting it up, hopefully I'll get another bit of buzz from people seeing what you actually get.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, people buy more, and hopefully the next project, then I'll have a bigger audience. And the people who bought the first one then will be, they got it at a price which was cheaper than it would probably hopefully be worth at a later point. So hopefully everybody wins, but that's down to me, isn't it? Like I have to put the work in to achieve that.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, people who back them, who were kind enough to do that, will help the whole thing as well. So it's I just got to keep making stuff. I love doing it. So as long as I'm making stuff and doing stuff and have a passion for it, hopefully that comes through, and that's the goal, really, isn't it?
Right.
That's the dream.
Sure. Let's go ahead and play this intro video.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, I like that
Right.
reverse symbol you did at the end too.
Yeah, it's I said reverse. I think it is reverse. I did a weird thing. I put it. I think one of those things that if you have a symbol, reverse it, put an echo on it, and maybe put it back again. Or something. I forget what I did, but there was a weird. You create a weird effect there as well. Then.
Yeah. One thing I didn't notice, I don't know if I missed it,
Yeah.
but when you were doing your pitch on John's show,
Yeah.
I personally would think it might have helped to have described it as an art book. I don't think you said it was a comic book, and I don't think you said it was an art book. But I think, well, it's a collection of pieces you've done.
Yeah, yeah.
And I could be wrong, but I kind of think that it might have helped to have described it as an art book in the description. Considering the limitation on time to deliver the.
Oh right, yeah, yeah. On John's stream.
Right.
Yeah, I thought I did. I'd have to have a look back, but like you say, it's terrifying once you're on there. It's like go. There's pressure, and I remember I did jump on one of EVS's streams when he had an open mic thing at some point. That was.
Oh, did you? When was this?
Do you know every now and again he puts the stream open for the chat to join,
Right.
and he sort of as people come and go back and just swapping and changing, just saying hello. I did jump on there one time, but again it's strange. There's a way they run these things, a very tight ship, and it's something to consider going on again if I have the opportunity. It's it's not as free back and forth like we're having, or maybe the CGUK chat or other kind of chats. It's a lot more. There seems to be more of an etiquette to adhere to. And you're not specifically told it, but as you're on there, you sort of realize what's going on, and you sort of keep your mouth shut. I'm used to saying something stupid every now and again, and but I put myself on mute just in case.
So was this in a recent EVS stream?
No, probably months ago now. Do you know? I've lost track of time and space. I think during this lockdown, don't know what's going on.
You do realize you are in Earth 117, right?
117.
Yeah. You're in Earth 117 instead of. All right, lame joke. There's in the Marvel universe supposedly present.
Yeah.
Our present time, or the present time of the characters in the Marvel universe, is what, Earth 217?
Earth 217. Oh, right.
They're in the multiverse, where the idea that there are multiple universes. So depending on what universe you're in, you could still be on Earth, but you're, things have played out differently.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like
it's
like time travel and going down different timelines.
Right.
Well, the Earth 217 is just one of many timelines, if you will, or one of many universes. So there's like an Earth 200, 201, 202, 203, so on. And then also after 217, 218, 219. I think they touched on it briefly in the latest MCU Spider-Man Far From Home movie.
I don't know if I saw that. Was that the last one?
It's the last one where he fights Mysterio.
No, I watched the first like 10 minutes, but then I didn't really watch the rest. Is there any good?
I liked it. It's entertaining, but I like the first one better with the Vulture with Michael Keaton.
Yeah, I watched that. That was all right, but I'm not sold on as that guy as Spider-Man.
Oh,
Yeah, I like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man.
Oh yeah. That's like the classic. I mean, there's. I think most of fandom pretty much agrees that Sam Raimi's Spider-Man is the definitive Spider-Man. At least the first two movies.
I love Sam Raimi as well. He's amazing. A big horror fan, obviously. And I like to see, like in Spider-Man 2, do you know where Dr. What I keep saying, Dr. Octagon, Dr. Octopus, isn't it?
Oh.
There's a sequence where he's having the tentacles. I think he's dead. Didn't he? He's having an operation. Something goes wrong, and he's in a hospital, and they start doing something. But there's this crazy sequence where all the doctors and nurses are flying everywhere, and his arms are like going. Bzz,
bzz. Yeah.
That's really like it could have been a scene out of Evil Dead 2, couldn't it? I loved it. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Yeah, there was some kind of major accident that fused. Well, I mean, he was in the movie, at least, the Dr. Octavius. Yeah, Dr. Octavius built these arms to facilitate, multitasking in science experiments. So he attached it. It connects to it plugs into like the brainstem.
Yeah.
And your brain controls the electronics. But this was like a stupid manufacturing flaw. It was all controlled in this little chip near the top of the.
Yeah, I know.
The set of arms. So at the first, accident, the chip that helps control the arms got all screwy, and
infected his mind. Then didn't they? Turned him nuts.
Yeah, and then I guess he passed out or something. Woke up in the hospital, and
that's what I was.
Arms.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Oh, that was it. Because Spider-Man saves him, doesn't he? Because that thing was collapsing or something.
Yeah. He had this thing that I guess was supposed to generate perpetual energy.
Yeah.
And then, Spider-Man was trying to convince him to stop and remember who he really was, a scientist.
Yeah.
Not this evil character.
Yeah.
He kind of redeems him at the end.
Yeah. I like him as well. He's a good actor, isn't he? He was the guy in with the spiders on Raiders of the Lost Ark, wasn't he, at the start?
Oh, was he the same one?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
A lot younger.
Yeah. That's true, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Mananui says they keep erroneously calling Earth's 616. Now,
616.
Am I getting the number wrong? I mean, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, because I haven't really paid close attention to all the multiverses in the Marvel universe.
No. That's where Marvel loses me, to be honest with you. That's why I find it hard to get. It's like if I wanted to get into Marvel stuff, where do I start and where does that end? Does that mean I have to buy like thousands and thousands of comics? I like to pick things up with like a 4-part series or something, That's why I like the Lobo ones.
The miniseries.
The Last Onion and things like that. Great.
Well, I mean, when I was collecting comics, I felt similarly. Like around that time, Thor and Batman and Avengers and X-Men were like all in the 200s or so.
Yeah.
Higher. And I thought, man, how am I ever going to catch up on this? But in the end, I think the end goal is become a collector. And
yeah,
you return to the comic shop to, try and find your missing issues until you eventually have a completion. A completed collection.
It's like Pokemon.
Yeah, you gotta catch them all, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So I guess I did screw up. So 616 is the main Marvel universe.
All right. But that throws me off as well. The fact that you could be reading it, but then there's another universe where other things. I was like, it's too much for my brain. I'm used to. But like in the UK, I was brought up in like Beano, where it was the kind of comic you have when you're a kid. It's basically things like Dennis and Menace, not the American one, different, but and a group of school kids called the Bash Street Kids, and they'd be. You could just pick up any issue, and it'd just be a story contained in them pages, but it was all just about the characters really, and they turn up every so often, in every issue. And you didn't have to have, didn't have to have like 300 copies of it. You could just jump in at any point. And I think that's the way I was brought up in comics anyway.
Yeah.
And Viz. Have you ever seen Viz, a UK comic?
Fizz?
Yeah.
Is it F-I-Z-Z?
V-I-Z. I wouldn't Google it if I were you, because you might get copyright struck.
Just for looking at it?
They have a lot of things are probably quite taboo, especially right now. So
really, oh my gosh.
Yeah, but it's hilarious. It's just hilarious. Very not PC.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds like my cup of tea.
Yeah, and it's mostly silly as well. It's just properly silly, stupid.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, very crudely drawn, but
crudely drawn.
Yeah, it has a charm about it, but it's a lot of the comics I was into growing up were very crudely drawn.
Oh, did you ever collect the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
No, although I do have an interest in them now, but no, I never did.
Would you view that style as crudely drawn?
No, it was stylized, I think. But there were aspects to it that was quite crude. But compared to the Beano or Viz, which are very simplistic in nature,
okay,
and the way pages are set up as well, a totally different animal.
Gotcha. So you made all these pieces here for Phantom. These are all. Did you say they're all based on actual physical paintings?
Sorry, what do you mean?
So, what was the medium you used for these?
All right. Yes, they're all done by hand on on paper or card or whatever kind of thing I've been out. But some are done on thicker card, some are on thinner, some are on like a brownie kind of color card, and but all drawn. The black and white ones are ink, just ink. Sometimes a bit of acrylic paint, or the white kind of gel pen as well. Sometimes for highlights, but the rest are all multimedia, acrylic paint, oil paint. No, well, there is a little bit of oil paint in some of them, but acrylic paint, pencils, ink, anything I can get my hands on that makes a mark. If it works, I'll just slap it down, just for fun. this whole project is all about the fun of drawing and painting and things like that. So, it hopefully it comes across. But yeah, so there's some kind of energy to these drawings and paintings, I hope. And they're all a bit strange.
Did each of these, or did several of them, take multiple iterations before you finally got the finished product?
Yes, pretty much everything. My usual process is like, spend an hour or so just thinking about what I'm gonna, plan to draw or paint that night, and I'd start with the inks. I'd jump straight in with the ink, no pencils or anything. So what that means though is it doesn't come out right first. You have to probably do about 3 or 4 different. Now and again, it does work straight off, but not usually. I've made 3 or 4 iterations, whether they be just a few lines that clearly weren't working, or a little bit longer, maybe 20-30 minutes, and then abandoned. And then sometimes I go for the third or fourth one and then go back to the second one, go like, yeah, actually that was getting somewhere. So I do that, and then I suppose the next process is adding more detail then. So that could take, depending how complicated it is. But generally, I don't finish them on the night. I'll do a little bit, leave it, go on to another piece, do a bit more on that, because it's good to come back to it with fresh eyes the next day, I think.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and the layers as well, like the painted ones are done in layers. So I've got the original ink on there first. Then I go over the whole thing, paint the whole page with a burnt umber wash. So everything is sort of like a dark kind of brown. Then I go into the paint and layer up over a course of a couple of days, maybe.
So when you, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I interrupted you, man. Go on.
So if a piece takes like 4 or 5 iterations,
yeah,
do you, like, if you're not happy with the progress of a given piece, do you literally like put some kind of paint wash over it to start with a fresh slate, or do you like paint white over, or over your inks, or something like that, or do you make a whole new board or card?
I'll just start again.
All right.
And it's more about getting that kind of feeling about what you want to put down. As much as the image, it's got to convey that kind of something that I wanted it to. So if it doesn't have that with the marks that I've put down, then it's not. If it's not working, it's not working. I'll just abandon it and maybe do a new one, because it could be the idea I have isn't quite there yet. So maybe a week later I attempt that kind of thing again. It's not like I know exactly 100% what it's going to look like at the end, but I know that feel that it needs to have to come across. And if it ain't working, you just got to move on. Sometimes you can spend just as much time trying to fix something as just start afresh and then just go for it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Some creators say that you don't want to fall in love with every piece of work you're doing, because if you need to make changes, you have to stay flexible and not hold on so tight to this piece that isn't working. It's like
exactly
an analogy for life, right?
That's true.
You don't want to grasp on the past. You want to focus on the present and the future.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good point. Yeah, it's good fun, and the thing is, like, you a lot of artists, you don't see, like, you're not seeing the stuff that I've thrown away, and a lot of the other guys, you don't see that, and the abandoned pieces, but you only show like certain things. So I think it's quite normal. A lot of artists abandon a lot of work. I know my ratio is probably about 4 abandoned to each one finished, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, at some point you just gotta, like you said, you just gotta let it go.
Yeah.
Just gonna start singing the song then. But yeah, man, it's doing well. I'm looking forward to ordering this badge. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I remember you talking about the button badge on
Yeah.
the stream.
It's awkward. Like, I call it a badge.
Yeah.
You probably call it a button.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like button badge though. These people should use that button badge.
It seemed like the people on the panel weren't paying attention or they weren't reacting to you calling it a button badge in your explanation.
I did get a laugh out of John once at least anyway, so did something right.
So let's see, stretch goal number 2 is unlocked. It's going to be 48 pages long.
Yeah.
New tier, 100-page limited edition of Phantom contains all pages from Phantom, the zines, plus 20 extra pages credit in the book bonus print, and an 8.3 inch by 5.8 inch sketch.
Yep, that's going to be a good one. That's going to be good fun to put together. I've got the images ready to sort of go, but it's just a matter of getting them organized. But I can do that pretty soon because I've got, I think, 7 days left. I can't remember now. And basically I'm going to send off for the books within the next 2 weeks probably. And at that point then, while I'm waiting for these to sort of turn up, I'll put together the 100-page one. So I'll have the initial book first, and then the other one, once that arrives, the other 100-page will be off to the print as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really looking forward to it.
Nice. That's pretty exciting.
It is. I can't wait. I can't wait for the, that knock at the door and this big package. And yeah, it's just gonna be great. And I'll be honest straight away that night, starting packing them.
Oh yeah.
Then the fun starts again, back onto the next thing. And I decided to go in demand is probably a good idea, at least till a certain point.
Now, are you presently in the first 30 days of funding or the second 30 days of funding?
The second.
Oh, you are in the second. All right.
Yeah. And it's gone really well. And don't forget, it's an art book, a small project, and I hope hopefully now when everybody gets this, I'm gonna be really pleased, for backing it. And I'm shocked by the amount of people and the support for it. It's just been brilliant. It's overwhelming. I think it's only really going to sink in once after I've sent them out and other people say they've got the book. At that point it'd be like, oh sweet, I've done it, I got them out. But until that point, it's hard. It's hard for it to sink in, isn't it? It's crazy. I actually made a book, and not only that, people bought it, and mind blowing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Hey, Maxworks.
Yeah, hail Maxworks. Welcome. Yeah. Would you be able to estimate how long it takes for you to come up with a design and then execute it to completion? Or
It's hard. It's hard to say because, like I said, generally they're not done in one sitting. They've done over. Each one is done probably at least over a course of at minimum 2 days, at the most. Some of them maybe 5 days at most, something like that. So it's hard to sum up an actual amount of time. Well, I suppose I said it, didn't I? 2 to 5 days. now I think about it, yeah.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
So is it just a matter of going, all right, I got an idea for some figure back facing me wearing some sort of long clothing, a trench coat or cape, something to that effect, and then you just go off of that?
Yes, it, like I said, but okay, for this one in particular, it was like I wanted that back shot of a figure, but it needed. This one took a few goes for me to realize that I wanted it to be sort of. If you look at the center point, so you sort of there's almost a curve to it at the bottom as well, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And that could be where his leg is sticking out, or it could be it's just dragging on the floor a bit or something. But it's that. Like I purposely put these things in where I see like that could be one or the other. So there's a few things you have to look at it to really figure out what exactly is going on,
Mm-hmm.
But that's up to the viewer then to decide. So I try to keep an element of these kind of strange things. I think if I do that, it lends to a little bit of uncomfort for looking at it. Like if you looked at this guy, would you say he's a good guy?
I would be inclined to say yes.
But you've got your doubts, though.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think because sort of he's meant to be like a mix of it sort of looks like a knight kind of thing, or during them periods. No, maybe one of the.
I'm thinking of Templar knights.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But there's. Like there is a cross. You can see a cross there. If you had his head and his shoulders and that little part that comes down. I mean, there's that element. So, like I said about, I hide these little symbols in there. So but also underneath that, there's two black lines coming out from the side. Now that almost works like a shadow from across, but it doesn't make any sense because there's no distance. That's the shoulders.
Right.
But it could also mean like a double cross, since you've got a double cross on there.
Oh.
Little symbols. And then if you want more of these things as well, like the bottom of that cross as well, this is probably going to ruin it for everybody. And I'm only going to, I don't like to say these things about these because I like people to see it and go like, is that, not quite sure. But if you look at the bottom of that cross as well, it's almost like the things that are underneath there. It's either split at the bottom or these things underneath. It carries on in one line from the thing it drapes down on the left. But it could almost be his bum crack as well, couldn't it?
It actually could be.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. I probably sound weird saying these things out loud, but yeah, I think it's little elements of things like that make something. It's just strange somehow. It works, but it shouldn't.
Tell me, can you see my mouse cursor moving right now?
Yeah.
So here's another goofy way to look at it that kind of dawned on me.
Yeah.
You know those images that are intentionally designed to be optical illusions?
Yes.
So one way to look at it, you see an old woman. Another way to look at it, you see a young, attractive woman.
Yeah.
So here you have kind of a Templar knight. And then here, if you imagine these dark black areas as eyes, and then this long section here, the bottom of the cross, as a nose.
Oh, yeah.
And then these draping pieces of fabric as a mustache. And so his head is mostly here.
Yeah.
His mouth is concealed under the nose.
I see. Yeah.
These things that look like scarves off to the sides could be the arms. and then
Right.
this small drapery is like the body. So kind of like something that you might see from the Jim Henson
Oh
puppet.
yeah, that's true. But I miss it. Almost, it looks a bit like Mr. Snuffleupagus.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's cool. Yeah, yeah. I like that kind of stuff where you can. Yeah, like you said, like none of my stuff are optical illusions, but there is elements of like things that don't line up quite right,
mm,
and because of that, it sort of works. But yeah, it's all that yeah, this is the kind of stuff I like to think about as well when I'm making. So I don't know why I can't just make a normal drawing.
well, sometimes normal is boring, right?
Yeah, that's what's done it for me. I started doing comic stuff, obviously with ComicsGate, getting into it, and the problem was I started, all right, I got to learn how to draw the Marvel kind of way kind of stuff, and I started doing it, and it was painful. I'm not enjoying this whatsoever. So I just started going nuts, and yeah, just had more fun. And this is what Phantom is that process of me just going, all right, I don't have to draw like that. If you're gonna make, you can draw anything. There's no rules to anything. Well, there are, but as long as you look and you get it, you get them kind of rules. It's fun to sort of what else can I do? It's expression, isn't it? Really?
Hmm.
It's
Yeah,
pro-
you know that book, How to Draw the Marvel Way? I think you were kind of
Mm,
uh, hinting at that
yeah,
or
exactly. Yeah.
referencing it. Uh, when I was into comics and into drawing and doodling, I always well, I intended to buy that book and read it and reference it,
Mm,
but something that kind of stopped me from doing so and following through was kind of the fear that if I try too close to, if I try to draw too much like DC and Marvel, that I'd never find my own
no, that's
voice, if you will.
yeah, that's an issue for me, to be honest. I'm Yeah, I think you probably got the same as me. Then it's a bit more of a rebellious side to your nature, where you say, I don't have to do this. I do my own way.
Yeah,
And yeah, it is a problem. I think a lot of people, especially in comics, learn to do it a certain way, and if people don't adhere to that certain way, they go like, oh, that's wrong. That's not right. That's wrong. And it's like the comics are not about any of that. If I think Woody said this the other day, like, so about the story, you get and if you convey it and it looks cool, that's all that matters.
yeah, yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah, but you do have to learn certain aspects of anatomy as well, though, just to do life drawing. Life drawing is always good because you can do that while having some kind of a expressionistic kind of nature to it as well.
Well, that was one of my other questions. I'm glad you brought it up. Did you do you take formal anatomy classes or life drawing?
Not well. We did a few lessons in college when I was younger. God, but since then I've gone back to do a few lessons whenever I can. Really, I haven't gone for over a year. God knows when the next time I'll go. With all this going on, but yeah, there's a place in Cardiff I go. I think they do evening kind of classes, so you can just turn up and you just yeah, it's not a lesson. You don't really get lessons there. You just sort of set up your boards. The model does a few poses, and yeah, 2 hours. And it's really good fun.
That's a good point. I should
Yeah,
try that sometime.
it's just so much. It's so relaxing. You just sit there. It's just you got a model, like someone like getting somebody to pose for you like that. You need a model really. Or what I did is do I did a load of self portraits as well because you don't have to hire anybody. You can just go like, I want to do a life drawing tonight, and just grab a mirror and you're there whenever you want to do it. So I learned a lot by doing that as well. I think I probably learned to paint. That's how I learned to paint. But the life drawing aspects, yeah, that's fun too. I used to bring oil paints to the lessons as well. It's just make life difficult for myself. But
oh my gosh, oil paints to a life drawing class? Damn.
yeah, but it helps to, you have to move fast as well. Then.
Yeah, you do. You really do.
Yeah, you do a lot of mistakes, and a lot of them turn out shit. But you only learn by doing crappy stuff.
Did anyone in the classes ever get annoyed because of the smell of the paints?
The smell of the what?
Paint?
Oh, sorry. No. Luckily, there was another guy who was doing paints as well.
Okay.
But yeah, nobody cared. Yeah. And yeah, nobody cares. You know what it's like, an artistic kind of thing. It's like, yeah, go for it. It's like, you brought paints, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, but it's so much fun though. Yeah, it's I do advise any artist, like, it's fine to learn from the the kind of the book. The Marvel one is really good. It is really good. But you don't have to stick to that 100%. It's not a law, is it? But if you are drawing for Marvel,
yeah,
it makes sense to draw the Marvel way. But,
for sure.
Hmm.
So, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, sorry. I talked just when you would start to talk.
So we've got the feature tier. I'm always a big fan of feature tiers because, at least for me, and I know I'm a broken record because I mention it every single time, but for me, the feature tier is like the best bang for your buck and gives you the opportunity to explore the world of the book and get a good sense of what it's all about.
Yeah, it's like when you went into a video shop, isn't it? And like you went through and you asked the guy, "What can you recommend?" And he's like, "Go for this one. This will sort you out."
Yep. So this gives you the book, the Phantom book. You get 2 zines and 4 prints.
Yes.
Would you explain again what the zines are?
Right, the first zine is called Phantom as well, and it's a black and white, all black and white, 16 pages, and it's the early version of what Phantom was going to be originally. Because I started out wanting to make a little zine, and it just progressed. I just kept drawing and drawing and drawing every night, and after a year, I realized I've got a lot more than I've got too much to put in. So I tried to organize them into kind of sections. So you got the main book, which is the what I wanted to present, this art book. But I thought I'd have the other one as a zine because it'd be nice to have that, as the original kind of thought to begin with. And so then there's the other one, Clawcat, which is other paintings that I've done throughout this time as well, which I think fit together into a little side kind of thing. So I wanted to make sure I had these little zines to go with the book, because that's where it started out as, and I thought it made sense. And so I've got a bunch of images from the book and the zines, and I made them into prints so you could stick them up places or do whatever you want with them.
So the claw cut isn't necessarily a collection of paintings you did of various shellfish, right?
No, I wanted to give it a stupid name, just because it was a fun kind of other kind of zine. It's quite dark as well. It's similar to Phantom, but at the same time, I'm experimenting with these kind of ways of doing things at the moment, and I like zines. I thought it'd be cool, and instead of just having one zine, I thought, well, I've got a bunch more paintings. I could make another zine with that, as opposed to I've got them here ready, and they're not in the book, so it'd be like, why not make another zine, and we'll have 2 zines. The price is still quite low, so it makes sense and it's all doable. And Yeah, I'm looking forward to like obviously the book. I've seen the books. I did a print copy, a test copy, but the zines I can't wait to get them in. And yeah, they're all the same size as well, so they all fit neatly. So you could have the book, put it on your bookshelf, and then. But these zines, they're meant to be handled, and if you're doing any drawing, maybe put them by the side as something to look at. Like when I like to draw, I like to surround myself maybe with some bits of art from different people, just to get inspiration or something. I don't mean like my things are going to inspire, but I mean because they're zines, I figure people are more ready to handle them a bit more and not be precious about them. That's
Right.
what I hope anyway. People will look at the zines and not be precious. Maybe have a look, give them to someone to have a look as well, or just have fun with it. Draw over it if you like. Just have fun with it.
So you say the zines are the same size as the Phantom book?
Yes, A5.
Now,
Everything is A5, so it will. When it gets delivered, I can package them up nicely, and I can do more things because of their size. And,
so
it looks neat as well. Sorry.
oh, not a problem. So I mean, I love the idea of including these additional zines.
Yeah.
But did you at one point contemplate possibly using the extra artwork you had and using it towards Phantom Volume 2?
I've got plans for 2 already. I've got. I don't want to say too much, but I've got a big bunch of stuff. I've got about over 40 pages, well, probably near 50 pages done.
Wow.
For part 2. But there's a good there's a good chance Phantom 2 could be around 80, 90 pages.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
And be different as well. It's going to be different. I'll say now, there's going to be comic stuff in there as well. So yeah, about 40 odd 50 odd pages inked, and I'll probably color them all. So yeah.
Wow, cool. Let's see here.
Yeah, anatomy books are good too. Yeah. That's definitely good to look at.
Vern Hogarth's books on anatomy are great. I'm not familiar with this one myself.
I'm not sure if I know the name. I know of a bunch of books, and it's good. There's so much to learn, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's frightening, really, like doing art stuff, and you go like, right, I'm never gonna reach a point where I'm happy. You're never gonna get there. But like we said earlier, it's the journey, isn't it? I'm having fun. Just if you're on this ride and just making stuff and then like letting it all flow out. It seems to be flowing a lot easier lately. And I think I'll probably stay off social media a little bit. Might have another 2-week break or something once I've got the books, setting up, posting them out. And I can concentrate then on my story, which I've written. I can't wait to do the story I did today. It's going to be fun.
Cool.
Yeah, so I might get to work on that while packing stuff up. And I'm really interested in seeing how quick I can actually produce something. I don't mean rushing it, but like it used to be that you'd work on a monthly book. You get an artist, they do a book in a month, with like a page a day. I know these are like super professional, but I think it'd be cool to reach that point. Oh, that was creepy. I could have sworn I saw my cat coming in, and there's nothing here. God, it's giving me the creeps.
It's a ghost cat.
Oh, don't start. I put this film on last night. It wasn't very good, but all of a sudden now I've got the creeps. There's a film on I think it's on Shudder or Amazon. And do you know those? It's a film made. It's weird. I think it's made during the lockdown. And what it is like a Zoom call, and it's like six girls talking, and they do this kind of séance, and it's all like a real life kind of thing. Do you know? It's weird. It's like us talking, as if they made a film out of this kind of thing. I made a spooky.
I think
Yeah,
I've heard of that, but I've never seen it.
yeah. I think it just came out like a couple of days ago, and I didn't think much about it, and all of a sudden I thought I've got the creeps. I've just put the light on and everything.
Oh my gosh, you're
Yeah.
funny. You're funny. Oh gosh. Yeah. So.
Sorry, that was a distraction, wasn't it?
That's a trip. Let me see. So the next one is a book plus 2 prints. I mean, I'm glad to see. I'm glad to hear that you already have a good head start on volume 2. That's pretty impressive. That you have so much artwork already, prepared that it's like ready, set, go.
Yeah, I've got lots of stuff I've been working on. I've got about 6 pages of another comic that I want to do as well, which would be short horror stories, and I've got about 6 pages of that almost done. So I've sort of I got a lot of things on, and I tend to jump back and forth on projects. So I'd probably be like it might seem like I took a year just making this book, but there's other things I worked on as well, which hopefully next year will be a bigger year for me. Well, I'll have a few things coming out, so
Well,
it'll all pour out all at once, kind of. Yeah.
that's pretty cool. You're kind of ahead of the game as far as I'm concerned because I'm one of those who tries to multitask, and there's all these projects I want to work on. I feel like an octopus sometimes. A project on every arm, but then rather than act and take action, to move towards each of those goals and accomplishments.
That's it.
You don't make the move at all. For me, it just continues floating around in my head instead of ever going down on the paper.
That was me like a couple of years back, and what I did was like every night just spent just a little amount of time doing something. So like, but I didn't do that until like a year ago, just over a year ago, I think. For this project anyway, and but bit by bit over a course of a year, it's like what's the thing? If you drew one panel every night for a course of a year, at the end of the year you could have like a 24-page book if you had like 6 panels a page or something. But yeah, the thing is, like, this is where I learned on it. I know what you're talking about, because like that I had the same thing. But yeah, it the answer seemed to be like keeping the pressure off and just doing little bits every night, even if it's just an hour or half an hour, over half an hour a day over the course of a month. You'd have something by the end of the month then. And I think over the progress then, as things build up, you think, oh shit, I'm getting somewhere. And like it happened to me at the end, I was like, oh shit, I've got enough for a book instead of just a zine. I've got actually enough for the book, and I can make a couple of zines. But yeah, and hopefully, hopefully that will pay off next year with the other things, like the horror comic. It's like 6 pages almost done there. But
nice.
But when I start back up in there, like, I only need to do 4 pages, and I've got a 10-page story done. That's a third of a book, really, isn't it?
Yep.
If you're doing 3 stories, so yeah, that's my strategy. I think bit by bit.
Now, when you say you got about 6 pages done, do you mean you've already come up with the story? You have it all like blocked out in terms of excuse me, like thumbnailed, and you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've got them on. I've got them on painted on a 11 by 17 Bristol board.
Wow. Oh
So they're all like acrylic paints and mixed media again.
that sounds cool. That sounds cool.
Yeah, I got. If you can give me 2 seconds, I don't know if I can find some for you. Give me.
All right.
All right, sorry about that.
No problem.
I have to try not to dox myself as well. All right. This camera. Can you see?
Yeah.
Just doxed myself. So like I've got 1 page per there. Got more.
Dang. So this is like on Bristol board, or
Yeah. Like these ones ain't finished yet, but like the truck and stuff. But there's be a couple more passes on these, and yeah.
Dang, that's cool.
Yeah, and I got this one as well. Really weird to get this going.
Yeah, left is right and right is left. I know. I know the feeling. Trying to get centered.
I've been doxing myself, and I don't like to do that, but never mind.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that you're really a guy?
I know. I got more. You see this?
Ooh. Oh my gosh.
Some kind of character designs.
All right.
And got this guy as well.
Oh, dang. Oh, man.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff. Like, this is like just some of it.
Nice.
Ready to sort of get cracking on soon.
Fantastic. Yeah, so Lidolo was referencing Byrne Hogarth's books on anatomy, and then Max Work says they are super old, long time, the go-to reference works.
Cool.
And some garbage spam.
Wally, I thought you talked about Willie.
No,
I can see. Yeah.
I was trying to find a way to block it, but I didn't see a way. Wally says, "Back Phantom. It's an awesome book." Yeah.
Cheers, Willie. Willie's got Ailsa Dark coming out, the third part, the final one.
Yeah. What is it? Vampires and Vampots?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I got the previous issue and it looks really good.
Oh yeah, it's great. Should get him on again as a chat more. You should, like I said, we should like a few of us should come on. I'm sure a few of us will come on.
Yeah.
We'll have a few people in the chat. Oh, thanks, Waxworks. Sam Keith is brilliant. I love Sam Keith.
Yeah, his artwork has a bit of a Sam Keith style feel to it. Wow, I can see it. I like it a lot. Wow, these are so cool. The character designs.
Oh, cheers, thank you. Yeah, hopefully I'm sitting on a bunch of stuff at the moment, so next year hopefully there'll be a few things out for me. A few comics, another Phantom. Ideally, I'd like to have like 2 comics out next year and another Phantom.
Wow. Wow, very cool.
But we'll see. Famous last words.
And then we've got, let's see, there's a book with the 2 prints. Do you basically pick which of the 2 you want, or are there specifically 2?
Yes, these 2, the ones you see in there. Yeah, and like I think you can see those 2 there on the left as well, top left.
Yep, right here.
And the other one down there. Yeah, I think those are my favorites. Obviously, one is in color with all the paints and stuff, and the black and white one is just ink. But I like the look of it. I like it. If I say so myself.
Yeah.
You have to like your own work, though, don't you know what I mean? If you don't like it, then you don't really put it out, do you?
Yeah, exactly. Next one is a book plus a zine.
Yeah.
A Phantom zine. And then 3 of the prints. So we're working our way up.
Yes. The other print is that weird ape monkey blue kind of.
This guy here.
Sasquatchy kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I liked him.
It's a relative of the Chenoo.
It could be, yeah. I was thinking that when I saw the Chenoo. Do you know, I'd like to do a fan art of the Chenoo, but I've got so much to do. But I know it helps, doesn't it, when you do fan art? So I'll have to do more in the next few months.
I would actually like to start doing fan art.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You know, it's a way to get in more practice.
It is, and it gets the attention of big names out there. I mean, the guy, if you can get the attention of me didn't invent Bale, but not Bale, Bane. He came up with the design, didn't he?
Who?
Christopher Nolan.
Oh.
The Chenoo guy.
Oh, you mean Graham Nolan?
Graham, sorry, yeah. Who's Christopher Nolan? No.
Christopher Nolan.
The film director. Sorry.
Batman movies.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry. Yeah. Get mixed up. Oh man.
It's all right. It happens. Next, we have the Phantom Volume 1 Special Edition.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I like.
Super cool. And all right. So you get the special edition of Phantom, which is 100 pages. I repeat, 100 pages.
Yeah.
It contains all pages from Phantom and the 2 zines, as well as 20 plus extra pages of art. The book will be signed and limited to just 20 copies and will never be printed again.
Nope.
You also get 5 art prints. Of course, you get the limited edition 100-page book, your name in the book, and then original sketch. 8.3 inches by 5.8 inches. All right, I gotta check something real quick. Just a minute here.
That's right. Sorry. Yeah, the Phantom 100-page edition. So that's like it's just a collection of like everything plus an extra 20 pages. So you don't have, all the zines are all in there. So it's just one special kind of book, which I was able to put this tier up because of the success really that I had. I didn't expect to get. So this is like a proper, should be a decent size 100-page. Nice, and like you get your name in the book as well.
Yeah, that's really reasonable. It's a huge deal. I was double checking to make sure that I had backed that tier because
Yeah, cheers. Yeah.
I wanted the 100-page book. So yeah, I thankfully did get in on that before it ran out. There's only 16 to go. They'll be
Yeah.
fast. So
Yeah. Well, I want to make it so that like the next time around, people will be like, "Oh man, I wish I'd backed that." Do you know?
yeah,
So yeah, like it's cool, and yeah, I'll throw in a couple of extra things here and there for this. I'm not going to say too much. I think everything I need to say is in written down there, but I do have other things in mind that I'd like to do with that as well. But we just wait and see at the moment.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah.
And speaking of missed opportunities, uh, I love it when campaigns leave up the tiers that
Sold out, yeah,
sold out, because I like to see what I missed out on. I don't know, glutton for punishment kind of thing.
Sadist.
Yeah, there you go. So all original art for Claw Cut.
Yeah, that was a good deal.
That's what I should have gotten.
Yeah, I got one drawing left to do for that cloak. I've done well. No, I'm not going to show you, but I got to add like it's going to take me another probably couple of nights to add a couple of details to it. That's ready to print as well. Then, so I'm looking forward to that.
Sweet, all original art.
Yeah, 16 color pages.
Holy free holy.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. That person's going to be so extremely happy when they get it.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, and the thing is because like the art tiers and stuff, you get them, and like although the idea of somebody putting them in a frame or something somewhere is nice, I like the idea that they'll just have it around it, just handle it and not fondle it. I mean, not be too precious. Like, oh, cool, and rub it, see the texture on there, and what I do wherever. It yeah, I'm just glad it'd just be cool to sending out art to people. There's something cool about that, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I always worry that if I were to like rub a piece, an old painting, like a Van Gogh or
I can imagine
that a piece of it would break off and it would screw up the entire painting.
Imagine that, man. It probably would as well. A lot of them like flake off after a while. I think when you the rule is with painting with oil is the fat over lean, isn't it? I think that's the right way around. So you do like if you start off with thin layers, but you add the less diluted oil paints then on top. Otherwise, if you put a thinner on top of the thicker oil paint, after a while it cracks.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So I think that was a lesson a lot of people didn't learn for a while. So there's a lot of the early paintings are just crumbling to bits. I tell you what's great to look at if you've not seen it on YouTube. There's a channel where they restore old artworks, like meticulous kind of. It's great therapy watching. It's really good.
You don't happen to remember the name of it, do you?
No, I'll drop you a link when I'll look for it now.
All right.
If I find it, I'll drop you a link.
Cool.
Yeah, but yeah, that was the original art cover. That's gone too. Yeah, that was good. That I think that's the best. That was the big one to get, really. I think that or the 16-page one. Those are the two I didn't expect to sell so quick, but they sold.
Original cover art.
Yeah, you get loads of stuff. You get, obviously you get all the prints. you get a whole bunch of original artworks, not just the cover. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, probably about six different things, and a Phantom sketch card thing as well, which has like gold leaf on it and things. So like that's pretty cool.
Gosh, yeah, that was a steal. Yeah, that was another awesome one.
Yeah. It's that was the fun part about the campaign, is being able to put these bundles together. You know, like the amount of time I go like, all right, this goes with this, and like, oh, it'd be cool to have this one with this, and just figuring that out. And they were all pretty good deals, I think. You know, considering the pricing on a lot of most projects, so you know things are quite expensive, but yeah, I think I had there's some good deals there, I hope.
Oh, very, very, very good deals, actually. Light of Law says, I've been doing some fan arts left and right lately. Nice.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah, definitely.
And they were clarifying it was Graham Nolan.
Graham, yeah.
Max Warwick says, "Ooh, letting people feel bad they missed something is really mean." I'm serious. I love seeing the grayed out, sold out tiers, so
Yeah.
I can see what I missed, and then hopefully not repeat that again.
That's it. It gives you a good clue as to like how quick you got to be to snap something up, doesn't it, for the next one?
Oh yeah. I mean, and you're offering some hella good stuff. Seriously.
Yeah, I mean to do that for every campaign. There'll at least be one, even if prices go up over time and things. Then I'll always have at least one person will have like a bargain deal that you don't have to be a millionaire to bloody buy these things. Which like a lot of projects are expensive, but like yeah, that's what I would like to do. Like a lucky golden ticket. Every campaign is at least one person that gets that like just mental deal.
Yeah, because it's like
yeah, it'd be fun. Wouldn't imagine it like just like you do the whole campaign. You go, everything's set up, but you have this one item. You go like, do you know what? I'm going to put this for like $5. Whoever first is first, and not tell anybody. But as soon as you put the campaign up, it's just there, but nobody knows until you look through. You'd be looking at it, going like, "This can't be right." And clicking on it. It'd just be funny, but it'd be like, yeah, it'd just be fun. It's a fun kind of thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, in the near future, it'll be like, and on this tier, we have a Peephole Circus original piece coming in at $10,000 or $15,000.
That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? Imagine that.
Yeah, I mean, like a Phantom in the Night, your campaign just appeared on Indiegogo like out of nowhere, with little fanfare, and then I happened to catch a CGUK stream, and you're on talking about it, and I'm like, why have I not heard of this?
Yeah, it's a. I thought it was a cool way to launch it. It's sort of, it's like turning up late to the party kind of thing, isn't it? In a way, there's an element of coolness going. Yeah, I just put a book out, but it wasn't really meant like that. I think it was a lot of it to do with fear of failure as well,
Oh man!
And it was like, yeah, it was time. It was time to put it out. So I figured just do it.
Yeah.
And we do our show on CG UK, the Carry On streaming. We do that every Wednesday, so it seemed like a good idea. Might as well. That platform we've been building for the last 8, 6, 7 months now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, August coming up, isn't it? Is it August yet? No, it's not. Yeah, but I can't believe it. We had our 6-month anniversary stream the other week.
Wow.
I know. Crazy.
I might have missed that stream and have to watch it on replay.
Yes, I've seen you in the chat. It's hard to keep up with the chat sometimes. I mean, most times I get us drawing crazy pictures. Like, we can't even relax. We're on the stream, right, draw a picture now. We've got an hour. I'm like, what the fuck? Just it's hectic.
Is there always drawing and sketching in the carry-on streams?
Not always. No, we try. I think we're trying to not do it every week. It's very taxing on all of us because the pressure to do something within an hour and every week as well. You know,
Right.
it's hard to do that and participate in the stream. So it puts us a bit left out, but we still do it every now and again, I think, but not every week. You've got to keep it fun, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but it's always fun. Last week was pretty funny. Last Wednesday we did a countdown stream. Have you ever seen Countdown? It's a UK game show.
I don't believe so. I saw advertisements that you were
Right, yeah.
going to do that stream.
It's sort of like an anagram game where you got to, like Scrabble, you got letters and you got to make a word fast.
Oh.
You get like 30 seconds. I failed in everything. I'm awful at it. Apart from the last one, which was like a 8 or 9 letter anagram, and I got it in like 2.3 seconds. Well, you know, a record for me. It's the only one I got right, and that word was fornicate. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What was that version? Was that version of the game? You guys basically had your own version of Countdown, right?
Yeah, I think Mark found an online version of where you can play Countdown. It's got this clock that, you know, a lot of letters can.
Oh my gosh, I better catch that on a replay.
It is fun. It was fun.
There are so many streams that I follow that
it's hard, isn't it?
I can't get to everyone.
No, you can't. It used to be all right. Back in the day, it was like, you know, EVS would stream or somebody else would stream. Then it got to the point that nobody cared and we just stream wherever. Now there's 100 streams to watch every day. You don't have time for it.
Exactly. And then I'm contributing to it.
The thing is, this is a good one because it's chill, because a lot of the other ones are like mailing, say, yesterday was hard work on there, and there's a lot of information to absorb, and over a quick, you know, and you watch EBS's, there's news going on or all kinds of things. You need a balance as well. This one's quite nice to chill. Like I didn't feel stressed. You know, I was upstairs writing, having a pretty chill day. Thought, come down here now at 8 o'clock, and there you were. And here we are 2 hours later, after talking about Facebook and all kinds of stuff.
Conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
I appreciate the kind words. I prefer, you know, trying to get to know the creator. You know, what goes through the gears.
Exactly. Yeah.
What I like to refer to as their origin story, how they got into the business, what their drive was, because I personally feel I need something to drive me because I'm not naturally a driven person. I'm nowhere near a type A personality. I know if I'd be considered a type C, a type B. So I might be like a type C personality.
I get it, man. I like this. This is CG has lit a fire under my ass, and you know, like sorry, there's a moth on me. CG lit a fire under my ass, and thought like it just like bit by it happened bit by bit. I didn't just have this idea. It like started off as a little zine, and over time of working, you know, listening to the streams and working while I listen, and then you produce something. So I think that's for me, that's a good way to go about it, I think.
Yeah. Get your feet wet.
Yeah.
Understanding as to how things work, the order in which things need to be done, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And, it's all fun. All of it's fun.
Oh yeah, and I'm kind of in the same boat as you. CG lit a fire under my ass too, but I guess fire is kind of set to lukewarm right now. Because I haven't physically created anything yet.
It will happen,
but
bit by bit.
Hopefully in time.
Yes.
Max Work says, like I said before, your book is a good reference. So I have little bit less fear starting my art book campaign.
Yeah, awesome. That's good. That's sort of my kind of attitude as well. It was like, I see some people's stuff out, and you think, well, I could do stuff, and I think, everybody's making, like in CG, everybody's making books, and I draw, like I could make a book, sure of it. But like, that only happens over time. Being like that year I spent just, bit by bit overnight, you get that kind of, like we said earlier, we can just do our own thing. We don't have to do any kind of rules. But yeah, that doesn't have that realization, even though everybody sort of knows it. It clicks in your mind somehow, doesn't it? At some point. And yeah, so next year hopefully as well. Like everybody should get on with it. Do some crazy projects that we've always wanted to do. That's what I love about CG.
Yep.
It's turning our water up, isn't it? It might be lukewarm now, but like next year it'll be boiling hot.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that I mean, I want to get off my butt sooner rather than later because there's talk about the possibility of like in a sense, our own kind of Comic-Con.
Oh yeah.
Or the Fans Fest.
Yeah.
And,
next year, isn't it? Maybe.
Yeah. Assuming all goes well,
yeah.
May of 2021, Orlando, Florida. I believe it's supposed to be in like a hotel or something. And the conference hall would be used for, the event, and there will be entertainment, the whole set of booths for creators.
Yeah.
And I want to be one of the creators.
I know. I get it. I'm the same as well. Is that like, yeah, just have a product, have a product and be like, I'm part of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Do you think there's a chance you might be able to make it?
Realistically, no, but I'm not sure yet. We'll see. But I mean, 2020 has been so nuts already. Who knows next year?
Yeah.
But I would like to, but the reality of being able to make it, I'm not sure yet. But I think at least somebody from Carry On Streaming will be there. Somebody from the UK will be representing for sure, I think.
Yeah. I think it would be interesting to do like, how there's talk about there being a main stage, and that you have the key entertainment happening at different hours. Excuse me. Well, maybe one of those could be a stream where it's like a video conference, where like a StreamYard stream, kind of like this, and you could have like up to 9 other.
Yeah, that could be a good idea.
CG UK creators, those who weren't able to make it physically.
That's true. Yeah,
and,
that could happen.
Yeah,
and maybe we could do something, and if somebody is there in person, maybe give them a couple of our books and have some kind of show with some giveaways or something.
Yeah, that would be a trip. Yeah.
But I have to chat about that for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
My cat's back in now asking for food. All right, buddy. I got to be careful. If I don't give him food, he'll just come back with a bird or a mouse or something.
Well, you know, when the cats come home with dead bird or mice, they're it's like a sign of love.
Yeah, I don't need that much love in my life. It's the big like crows or whatever he brings in. Yeah, 2 of them last week, I think.
Oh my gosh, big birds.
Thanks, Max Works.
Yeah.
I'm awful at saying people's names. For ages, I thought yours was WyzGyz.
Yeah, a lot of people pronounce it different ways, just like people mispronounce my real name as well. So it's nothing new. It's perfectly fine.
I think
I get a crack out of it.
it's I think it's because I'm Welsh. The Y in the Welsh alphabet is like it would be WyzGyz. That's how you would pronounce it. I went to a Welsh school. See, when I was younger, so the whole school was like we weren't allowed to speak English in school. So, but that made for like terrible spelling outside of school. That made Welsh and English are all sort of my spelling's terrible because of it.
Oh, interesting.
Hmm. Well, I'm blaming it. Like, it's probably because I'm stupid, but like, it's a good excuse.
I mean, I definitely understand the angle of being fully immersed in it and being forced to speak only a given language. I mean, that's definitely one way to learn it.
Oh yeah. But you resent it then, though. That's the problem. Like, you'd be, as soon as it was break time, we all spoke English to each other. If a teacher was passing, switch back into Welsh or something. Then
I took French in school, and like the first 2 years, you you were just speaking English and then learning French. All the verbs, the conjugations, sentence structure, how to describe things like adjectives. And
nightmare, the masculine and feminine versions and stuff like that.
And then starting the third year, then they expected you to speak more and more French. And then the fourth year, I mean, I didn't make it to the fourth year because I was taking it in high school actually. So high school here is 4 years, and I didn't start French until I guess my second year. So by the time I hit my last and final year of high school, I only was able to squeeze in 3 years worth of French, something like that.
That's a lot of French, though, isn't it?
Yeah, and then you're expected to, speak French fluently, ideally.
How fluent are you in French now?
Now, not very.
I can say merde. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, I remember some phrasing here and there. I remember how to say certain things, like "Hello, thank you. My name is." Where's the restroom? And I can compose sentences if I give it some thought.
Yeah, and I know what you mean. Yeah,
I can read some. I can count to probably 100 or maybe 200.
But you can do that. If you can do 100, you can do it to 1,000 or at least 999.
Yeah.
I think 1,000's mille, is it?
I think that's 1,000.
Oh God, I can count. Oh no, don't get me started. It's been years. All I remember is the French teacher coming, "Bonjour tout le monde, laissez-vous," doing all that. That's it. That's the limit to my French. We had to learn that through Welsh as well, so it was doubly difficult.
Oh my gosh, Welsh and French.
Yeah, so of course they couldn't speak English, so she wouldn't translate into English. He was translated into Welsh.
To be frank, Micah is the only one who got my name right in one go. Oh.
Lidilol. Is that it? Lidilol. Lidilol.
I'm not sure. I think that's how I've been pronouncing it. Lidilol.
It sounds better than my name, Peephole Circus.
It might be Lidilol.
Lidilol. Lidilol.
Who happened to have flunked French hard.
Me too. A lot of stuff. I made sure as long as I passed my English, literature, and art, I was able to get into art college. So like, I didn't care about the rest. Some of them I didn't even sit. I just didn't turn up. It sounds awful, but I think I got 3 like GCSEs: art, English literature, and CDC. Is it CDT? Sorry, which is woodcraft and metalwork and product design, that kind of stuff.
Oh, all right.
I did a whole product design book at the end. I remember of guns.
Really?
Just loads of guns. Yeah. I was into guns at the time.
Okay, so what is a proper pronunciation? It sounds like
Lidilol. Is that, I think maybe it could have been your version as well of it. Lidilol. Lidlol. Press 1 for Lidlol, or 2 for Lidlol.
Yeah, one of the things I still remember is counting. Is 1.
Lidlol. Lidlol.
Right on.
It rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Lidlol.
Yeah, it actually does. Now, at one point, I used to know at least how to count to 10 in Spanish. And
Unos, dos, tres.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 8. Oh, shoot. What is 12? I'm sure it's not donto.
They're all similar, aren't they? Like 12 is dos, isn't it, in French? So
I think it's don't say.
Again, don't. It sounds like
the
French one.
Trense, kit say. Oh no, that's starting to sound weird.
I like it when you have different. I've said this to the guys in the UK as well. Like do you know? I like this one. Do you know in English you get the phrase or the word zigzag? You zigzag back and forth. Like you automatically like zig and zag. They sound the same, but they're different. So even the words themselves. You can, if you said zigzag, zigzag, in your mind you make that pattern somehow. Now in other languages you get that phrase. They're always different. Like in Welsh, zigzag is igamogam, which sort of does the same thing.
Yeah.
Igamogam, zigzag, they all have opposites, but that pattern works in all languages as well, doesn't it? I like that.
They're all Latin languages.
Yeah. All right, yeah.
Yeah. I can also count in Korean too.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Is that difficult?
I don't know if it's really difficult. I mean, the reason I had to learn it is because I studied martial arts. I took Taekwondo.
Oh, nice.
And when you were doing like push-ups and things like that, or kicks or punches, there was counting involved.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, I did. Yeah. I remember I did Aikido for a few years, and in that they have the moves there, but like based on the numbers. Like I think it was Ikkyo, Sankyo, Ikkyo, Nikkyo, I forgot what they were called now, but they were. I realized later on that was the numbers in Japanese, I think.
Oh.
Like 1 to 5 or something like that. I've forgotten them already. That was over 20 years ago now. But
Yeah.
yeah.
We also studied forms. So do you know what I mean by forms?
I think so. Yeah, the sort of stance kind of things, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a combination of stances, punches, kicks, and it helps you learn how to properly do them.
Oh,
And
nice.
it's like going through a cycle or a pattern.
Yeah.
And
Oh man.
every form, it corresponds to a character in the Korean language.
Oh,
So
nice. Yeah.
if you looked at how a character is written, then your form goes in that shape, that kind of outline.
Right. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty trippy.
That would translate pretty cool in a comic as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So it's like Anna dur set net das yasik yogo idur the hope your hana your dur your set your net your das your yasit your ergo. I guess I can only count to like 19.
Only. That was good. I can imagine, like, if you said them with like a what and really shouting them as you're kicking and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for being with us, Fade. You take it
Yeah.
easy.
See you later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I'm thinking of Parappa the Rapper now. Do you remember that?
Oh.
Kick punches all in the mind. That was amazing.
I've never played it, but it seemed like it was quite popular for a while.
Oh, it was great. I used to love that game. I played it to death. Like, it was great. On a PlayStation, I think.
That sounds right. So did you was it a game where you actually learned how to rap, or you?
No, it was like the gameplay is sort of like Simon Says. So you'd have to click, punch, but it was, I think it was rhythm based as well. So it'd be like triangle, square, circle, or whatever. So you'd have to do these things in rhythm to it. But it was he was a cool kind of crazy character, and he like that. He was like an onion. He was an onion, wasn't he? One of the guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the karate master, wherever he was.
Yeah.
The music, though, the music was brilliant. I'd be singing that all night now. Kick punches all in the mind.
Live Law. That sentence reminds me of Chris Law. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I should. Man, I actually don't have a TV. If I can. Well, I mean, I have a place. I have some game consoles, but and I wanted to start doing some game streaming.
Yeah, that could be good.
But either I have to find a way to connect a traditional console to my computer or to my monitor, or I need to play like I've got a Macintosh, so I mean, one of the things I'm doing is going to play some Mac games. But if I wanted to do something with a console, I guess I'd have to find some kind of interface.
Yeah.
Or a capture card or something like that.
Yeah, probably. Otherwise, I think the more recent ones are with the US HDMI. That would be Xbox maybe or PlayStation 3. Other than that, you're looking at a different connection, aren't you? Well, yeah, you can get the little splitters. They'll split the RGB and audio stuff through. I've got one actually. The splitter into a what do you call it? I just said it. USB.
Okay. All right.
So I know it works because I was looking at taking some of my old VHS things onto digital.
So has that worked out for you?
Yeah, it worked. I haven't used it for years now though, but I know it's possible.
Was the quality decent, or at least VHS quality?
Yeah, it just basically looked as it would look on the tape. So
Oh,
so of course, if you stream through the PlayStation or something instead, it would come through crystal clear.
right, right. Yeah, nowadays, if you got a TV and you hook your newer console up to it, you know that these they've got their own networks now.
Yeah, yeah.
You can connect directly to like PlayStation Network or Xbox Live or whatever Nintendo's World is called.
Yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah, yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
God,
it's worth doing. I haven't played any games for a bit, so I might do. I used to like Team Fortress 2.
Oh
I might
wow.
link that back up at some point. But
Wait,
yeah,
is that Quake?
no, Team Fortress 2 is it was first on the orange box. I remember I got it on the Xbox, but got it probably gone by now actually. But I've got a PC version. I think it's free.
So it was actually called Team Fortress.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Team Fortress 2 is like a capture the flag kind of game, really.
Right.
And
Yeah.
you'll see it. There's been memes about it for years. God, probably over a decade now, probably.
Yeah. I mean, I think I used to think it was somehow associated with the Quake property or
No, it's with Half-Life.
Half-Life.
Yeah, I think it's a Valve or yeah, Valve. I think did that. Comes
Okay.
out on Valve or Steam, one of the two.
Yeah. I mean,
But yeah, it's cool. But
well,
I'll have to head off in a little while. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna have some food, feed my cat.
oh yeah, by all means, yeah. Feed the cat before the hedgehogs eat all the food.
Eat all the things, yeah. And I'll see if I can light a few more candles and maybe if I can drown a few more, few more of the fleas in a ritual.
Let's play the video once more real quick.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, man. Again, I want to say thank you for having me on as well. It's been great. I had a lot of fun just chatting.
Likewise. Would you do the honors and share with the world how people can find you on social media?
Yes, you can find me on Twitter, Peephole Circus. Same name everywhere on YouTube and Twitter. And we have a show on Wednesday, which will be on, I think, Charlie's London's channel. To carry on streaming with the UK gang.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, that's good. Good branding. Keeping it.
Yeah, I try to keep I keep my name the same everywhere because I realized I was stuck with it a while back, so I just kept it the same. It makes sense, doesn't it, to be the same everywhere?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Mine's not exactly the same, but it's similar. On Twitter, I'm at WyzGyz Tweets.
Yeah.
On Twitch, I'm WyzGyz Twitches.
That's it.
YouTube, WyzGyz Entertainment. And please like, comment, and subscribe. When you subscribe, mark the bell for notifications. And also be sure to specify all notifications so you make sure you never miss a video or a stream. I want to extend my thanks to everyone in the chat, everyone who will watch this on replay, and to our very special guest, Peephole Circus.
No, thank you.
And yeah, we are closing this out. We're ending the broadcast.